joining me. This video is going to be the May In or Out Declutter series finale. So basically each month what I'm trying to do, it's like a little twist on how I'm trying to declutter. I'm taking out some products from certain categories and then just trying them throughout the month. And at the end of the month, I'm just going to see whether I want those things to stay in my collection or if I want them to go out of my collection. So if you're interested in seeing the intro, I'll go ahead and link that down below. Alright, so the first thing was the MAC Prep and Prime. So that is this, or this is that. And this I am going to keep. I'm going to keep this. I use this for basically around my face. I didn't really use it for my pore area. And just a little side note, this is the first time I'm actually using like natural lighting. I usually use the ring light, but the sun is really coming in nice and shiny in my room. So if the lighting looks a little bit off or if it looks a little bit different, that might be why. I'm just curious to see how the natural lighting looks, how it comes out in the video. Okay, but anyway, I'm keeping this. Like I said, I used it for the rest of my face outside of the T-zone area, like my really more of my pores. I didn't fill my pores in with this, but I used it for the rest of my face, and you know, I mean, it worked okay, but I want to go ahead and use the rest of this. So this I'm definitely keeping. Okay, so the next two items were like pore fillers. So one was the Clinique Pore Refining Solutions Instant Perfector, and the other one was the MAC matte, basically gel. And I noticed that for the month, the most part I went towards the Clinique one. So I am going to keep that one. I just felt like when I used the MAC gel one, I don't know, I mean, it just seemed very just like more greasy. I didn't really feel like it filled anything in for me. So I am going to pass along the MAC one, and I am going to keep the Clinique one. So that is that. The next items were like the foundations. So the first one was the Rimmel Stay Matte Mousse Foundation in Light Ivory. Now, this I had mentioned, I think, before. I don't like it on its own, but I do like it mixed in with other things. So, like, if I'm using a BB cream, I put, like, a little bit of this in. I am going to keep this. I don't know if it really keeps me matte, but then again, I really honestly haven't found anything that really keeps me matte for a very long time. So, I mean, as far as the coloring, when it's mixed in with other things, I mean, you know, it gives me halfway decent coverage. It's very lightweight. It's not, like, heavy. And I don't really like so much, I don't like heavy things anyway, so I am going to go ahead and keep this. So I'm going to keep that. The next two were the Revlon Nearly Naked foundations in 150 Nude and 170 Natural Beige. I am going to keep the lighter shade and get rid of the darker one. It's like the same thing. I mean, it gave me halfway decent coverage and stuff like that. The darker one, I really don't know if I'm going to really use, and I don't want it to go bad, so I'd rather give it to somebody that can use it before it does go bad. So I am going to keep the 150 Nude, and I'm going to get rid of the Natural Beige. And if I ever need like something that has a little bit more of a, you know, a darker color, I have other things I can add into it. So I want to go ahead and at least get this to somebody that can at least get use out of it before it does expire. So I am going to keep, like I said, the light one, and I'm going to get rid of the dark one. The next foundation was the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Liquid Makeup, and this is in the Classic Ivory number 10 color. This one I'm going to keep. This one I'm actually wearing today. And, you know, again, like, you know, I mean, obviously it doesn't cover everything, but it does give, like, a light coverage, which, you know, for the summertime, I don't think you really want to wear anything super heavy. So I am going to keep that. Alright, now on to, I have to look at my little notes, sorry. Now on to the color tattoos. So I have the color tattoos in, let's see. We have right there. So we have the, what is this one? Painted Purple, Bold Gold, and Tenacious Teal. And it's the same thing as like the last month that I did these. I love the color tattoos. I love wearing them. I think they're a great base to wear. It's just too much. I won't use all of this. So it's like I put in the last video, and I think there were 1 or 2 people that were interested in wanting to do like a sample travel box where, you know, there's just so many of us, say 3 or 4 people, doesn't have to be a lot, but 3 or 4 people, whoever's basically interested in doing it. But you basically like just take like a color tattoo pot like this, anything that's like liquid, a pigment or something like that, and just basically cut it into quarters. So you keep a quarter for yourself, and then, you know, obviously fill 3 jars with the other quarters. And, you know, you just make up a little basket to send to for the people. So you're basically, in essence, getting like 3 other packages from other people with products that are a way to just try them out before you purchase the full size of something. So again, if anyone is interested in doing that, I really do want to start doing this. Like I said, I don't want to give the whole thing away because I really do like using them and I do like the colors. It's just I will never use the whole thing, and I'd rather give it to somebody, you know, or half of it to somebody that will use it as well than just to get rid of the whole thing, you know, when I still want to use a little bit of it. So again, let me know if you're interested in doing any of that, because I would really like to do that. But for the right now, I'm going to keep all 3. Alright, now for the eyeshadows. The first one was the Revlon Diamond Lust. And this one I'm going to go ahead and get rid of. The color is in, what, Celestial Silver. It just was very patchy. It didn't really go on too well, so that one I'm passing along. The next one, I believe I got this in an Ipsy or a Birchbox, but this was the Dress to Kill NYX shadow. And this one I really didn't even reach for at all, so I'm going to go ahead and pass it along. The next one, again, the next 2 were from, from beauty subscription boxes or bags. This one is in the color Champagne, and it is the Pop shadow. I really like this. This is pretty. I'm going to keep this one. It's just a really nice champagne color, a nice lid color, or an inner corner color. And the same thing with this Pacifica. This was in the Ethereal, I think, Ethereal. I've been using this as a brow bone and also an inner corner highlight. And I really like this. So I'm keeping both of these. The next eyeshadow was Ulta brand, and it was called, let's see, Bronze Bombshell. This is really a beautiful color. It really, really is. But I was like, this one I was going back and forth with a lot because I want to keep it, but then it's like I know I have some other things that are just like it. It has like little chunks of glitter in it, but it is a very pretty color. And honestly, every time I like put it on, I thought of Courtney K. I'm sure everyone who knows who she is, but she wears all those like those gold and bronzy colors. So I was gonna see if maybe she was interested in taking this, but I really don't. I mean, like I go for more of palettes than I do for single eyeshadows. So again, I kept going back and forth with this, but I really wasn't using it a lot. So I'd rather give it to somebody that I know would use it. So we'll see if she wants it, and if she doesn't, we'll pass it along to somebody else. The next one was the Prestige brand, and it was the Total Intensity Long-Term Relationship Fierce Color Eyeshadow. I don't know. In the color Charmed. This one I'm definitely keeping. This was a really, really pretty, like, orangey peach shade. It was really nice in, like, the crease color. I really, really liked it. That's this color here. And again, if you want to see all swatches for everything, I did them in the first video, the intro video. But I'm definitely keeping this one. I really like this one. Alright, so for the eyeliners, we had the They're Real Push-Up Liner by Benefit. This one was another one where I have mixed feelings about this. It's actually what I'm wearing right now, today. My wing eyeliner. I don't know. It was sort of like a hate and like thing with this. It was a pain in the neck to get on. Like I said, if you were doing small strokes, it was like balling up and crumbly a little bit, but if you did like a long line, it went on nicely. So, and it just has a very nice matte, dark or jet black finish, which I really do like. So I am going to keep this. At first, I'm like, when I first used this the first time, I'm like, oh, there's no way I'm keeping this. I'm going to get rid of this. It's a pain in the neck to use. But but I do like the finished look of it. Like I said, you just got to be careful, because if you do mess up, obviously then you got to make it thicker, which is annoying with any kind of, obviously when you're doing a wing liner. But I am going to keep this. I am going to keep this and work with it a few more times. And if it's something where I feel like I'm still like about, then I'll get rid of it. But I really do like the way that the finished look looks. So I'm going to keep it for now. The next one was the Too Faced Shadow Liner. It's the Too Faced Bulletproof Shadow Liner. And this is a waterproof liner, and it's where it has the dual end, so it has like the little sponge tip or the smudger on the one side, and then it has the retractable liner on the other one. This is very, very, very thick. I'm using this as my waterline for like my upper and lower waterline. And I actually like it. It's staying on pretty, I mean, I've had this on for several hours and it really hasn't moved or transferred or anything like that. So I am going to keep this as just a waterline pencil. So that one was that. The next one is by Starlooks, and this is an Ultra Orchid. And this is a very soft purple pencil. It has a little bit of glitter. This one I liked. I love how I'm still doing swatches for everything, but this is just a really nice light purple, like I said, with a little bit of glitter. And I really like this one. I'm keeping this one. And the next two items were also purple. One was by Bonnie Bell, and it was a retractable purple pencil. This one I'm going to go ahead and get rid of. Oh, if you have to see it. This one I'm going to go ahead and get rid of. It's like just like a plum color right here. I just didn't really care for it, and I kept another purple pencil from last month, so I don't need so many purple pencils. So that one I am going to get rid of, and I'm also going to get rid of this one too. This is the one by Pop, and it's a dual-ended side. One has a smudger, and then the other side is the pencil. And this is just a very dark, dark purple. So I'm going to get rid of these two. So those are going bye-bye. And the last one for the eyeliner was the Rimmel Scandal Eyes in the color Nude. And this is, I think, the only nude pencil I have. So I am going to keep this in. This is staying with me. So that was that for eyeliners. Then next we had, let's see, what do we have next? Next we had the bronzers. Bronzers, contour. And this one was by Mystura. And this was like the 6-in-1 beauty solutions. I guess you can use it for like eyeshadow, contour, bronzer, blush. I mean, it had like multiple uses for it. I'm wearing this today as sort of like a contour. I don't know. I really didn't care for it too much. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but I guess I just feel like I have a bunch, so if I'm not too crazy about it, I really don't want to keep it. But I mean, this is the shade here. And I don't know, I just, like I said, I just wasn't crazy about it. So I am going to get rid of this one. And the last two were the shimmer bricks. One was by Physicians Formula and the other one was by Bobbi Brown. The Physicians Formula was in the shade, let's see, Waikiki Strip, Waikiki Strip Peachy Glow Bronzer. And the Bobbi Brown was in the color bronze. And these did like a comparison swatch. They literally are a lot alike. They really do. They favor one. They favor each other quite a bit. So I'll do another little swatch real quick. But like I said, I think just the, so right here is the Physicians Formula, and right here is the Bobbi Brown one. They seriously are very comparable to one another. I would just say this is maybe a little bit more of just like maybe a deeper bronze than the Bobbi Brown, but to me, they're enough alike where I don't need both of them. So I'm going to get rid of the Physicians Formula. So I am going to get rid of that one, and I'm going to keep the Bobbi Brown. Are you guys proud of me? I'm like getting rid of a lot of stuff. Alright, next is blush. So I have the Maybelline Dream Bouncy blush in the color Peach Petal, was it? Rose Petal. And I will say that after you use it for a little bit, the consistency or how it looks, it actually looks very nasty. And it gets a little annoying, almost like, I don't know. It just reminds me of like, it just gets very soft and like a little bit gooey. But I really do like it as like a base for blush. And it's nice and soft. So I am going to actually keep this. So I'm going to keep that one. And then the other two with the Bare Minerals, they were like the loose powders. And one was in 5-star and one was in TTYL. And I am going to keep both of these too. I don't have a lot of like loose powder blushes, and I liked both the colors, so I'm going to keep those two. So I didn't get rid of anything in that category. But like also too, you know, my goal is to obviously do this for several months just to go through a bunch of things, and then maybe by the end of the year or the beginning of January, what I'll do is I'll do like a big declutter where I go through each category. And by that time then, I'll have been using everything. So obviously, you know, if I don't get rid of it maybe this round, I'll get rid of it, like, you know, when I do like a big declutter once I've tested out everything. Alright, so the next item will lippy products. Now this one I don't know how good I'm going to do. So we have the 3 Makeup Geek colors. So they were in, let's see, they are in Innocent, Delightful, and Adorable. And I can't get rid of any of these, so I'm keeping them for now. And I don't know if it's so much, and I like them. The colors are very pretty. It has nothing to do with that, but it's also too, it's Makeup Geeks. It's when she first came out with her lipstick products, and I don't know if I can get rid of them, so I'm keeping those. The next item was the Revlon Color Burst Lip Butter in the number 45 Cotton Candy. This is the first time I've actually ever used this, and I really do like it. It was very moisturizing. It gave a nice like sheer color. I really want to go back and get some more once my little, you know, once I go down on some of my lipsticks. But I really did enjoy this, so yes, I'm keeping this. The next two were from, let's see, who are these from? Who are these from? Oh. The next two lippy products were from Rimmel, and they are in the color 220 Pink Chic and 642 Nude Delight. And I really like both of these, and I'm keeping both of these. I know, the lipstick products, I just didn't. It's so funny because, I mean, as most of you know, if you've been watching me for a little while, you know, I love palettes, especially eye palettes. That's like my thing. I just love them. But I would say within the last year or so, I really got into a lot of lippy products too. And I don't know, I'm having a hard time getting rid of the lippy products. But the next one is the NYX Mega Shine Lip Gloss, and this is in the color Pink Frost. This one I am going to get rid of. I'm passing it along. It's going out. It's just a little too frosty for me. It's very pretty, and I tried it alone. I tried it with the lip liner and topped this on top. I tried it with a, you know, lipstick and put it on top. It's a little too frosty for me. So, and I think I was wearing it in the tutorial that I did, the Pop of Color tutorial. I had it on there, and it was just too much. So I'm getting rid of this one. And the last four are the NYX Lip Butters, and they are in the color Peaches and Cream, Apple Strudel, Strawberry Parfait, and Vanilla Cream Pie. And I know, I'm sorry, I'm keeping all four. I really like them. They're a great like lipstick or lip gloss or lip butter. They're great to wear on its own. If you want to just put a lip liner and top this on top of it, or a lipstick and put that on top of it. But I really do. I love wearing them. I enjoyed wearing them the whole month. So I'm going to keep those. There's not like one that I didn't like the color or anything like that. So I am definitely keeping those. So, just a little, oh wait, and one more thing I forgot to mention was the, I don't think I mentioned it, was the Gerard Cosmetics BB Plus Illumination Facial Cream. This one, I put like a dot into whatever I was using for the day, whether it was a foundation or if it was like a BB cream, and I mixed just like a half of a pump in it. And it did give a nice, like a nice glow. But like I said, for me, with these, the face ones where you put them all over your face or you add them into your, foundation or BB cream, I'm just so oily that I just don't know if this is needed for me. Now, I know you can put this on like a specific area, like if you just want to use it as a highlight. But I do have so many other highlights that I don't know if I really need this. I do want to hold this on to this just for a little bit longer, maybe till like the fall and winter. And then try when I'm like a dot less matte than I am now. Because even in the fall and the winter, I still am very oily. I mean, I feel like my skin doesn't dry out at all. But I do want to hold on to this just for a little bit longer. But after the fall, if it's still like, you know, where I feel like it's just still too greasy for me or oily looking, then I'll go ahead and get rid of it. But, so yeah, that was alright. I don't know if I mentioned that already. Alright, so just a quick recap of the things that are going out of my collection is the Revlon Nearly Naked Foundation in 170 Natural Beige, the MAC Matte Pore Filler, the 3 eyeshadows, Revlon Diamond Lust in Celestial Silver, the Ulta Bronze Bombshell, and the NYX Dress to Kill. Oh, you can see that. The 2 eyeliners, they're both the purple colors. One's Bonnie Bell and the other one is Pop. The Mistura 6-in-1 Beauty Solutions. The Physicians Formula Shimmer Brick in, what is it, Waikiki Strip. And the NYX Mega Shine Lip Gloss in Pink Frost. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10 items this month. So I know it's not a lot, obviously, from what I'm using, but for me, it is a big little step. So I'm happy with that. Like I said, I mean, you know, as much as I do, I mean, I don't mind giving away the things and stuff like that, but there's a part of me, of course, you want to hold on to it and stuff, but I don't want to hold on to things that I know that I'm absolutely not going to use at all. So I'm happy with giving these away. Like I said, I mean, I'll get with Courtney to see if she wants that bronze color. And with the other stuff, I'm just holding on to them right now because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. So yeah, so that was my finale for the month of May. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. If you are, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're not already, subscribe. I will be putting together in the next few days the next round of products for the month of June. So keep an eye out for that. And I think that is it. I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys are having a blessed day. Talk to you later, guys. Bye. Mwah.